What's up YouTube, this is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. And as you can see, I changed it up a little bit. I'm not doing a DCUC wave today, or a figure. I'm doing a DC Direct. This is from my DC Direct collection. I got this guy about a month ago. A little late on getting him. I wanted him for a while. I just wasn't sure if he was actually in scale with my DCUC collection. I wanted him to be because they haven't given us a Hush figure yet. And so here he is. Finally got him. Here is the packaging. That's what the packaging looks like. I got this fairly cheap. I got it for $12. So it came to came to $15 with shipping. So I paid $15 for this guy, even though there's a big ass crease in my box. Oh well. I really want that Batman. Oh my god, that Batman goes for a decent amount of money mint on card. Even Lucy's still a pretty penny. That Huntress looks really cool too. This is a relatively older set. There he goes. Just knocked everything over. Don't know. I'm not sure what date this actually came out. I'm pretty sure it came out pretty much after. Let's see if it says anything on here. No, I'm not seeing anything. Pretty sure it came out around the same time, if not just after the Hush series. So, oh, 2004. Okay, right on the back of the box. Oh boy, it's gonna be one of those days. But yeah, I'm not gonna just do this Hush review. I'm also got some books I wanted to show you guys that I just finished reading, and I wanted to do a little review on those. So I'll get to those. But yeah, he's cool. He looks great, and he is in perfect scale with DCUC figures. So if you need a display Hush, or you need a Hush in your collection, this is the one to get. The Arkham City one doesn't quite, it's a little bit too tall, and he's a little bit too big and bulky for if you're trying to get an in-scale version of Hush. He does lack articulation. There's no ab crunch, there's no waist swivel, there's no T-jointed hips. He's a basic, pretty much DC Direct action figure. Mine actually came with a defect. My arm kept falling off. I pulled it out of the package, and for some reason, I don't know what it is with my luck with pulling figures out of a package, but the arms keep falling off. I mean, it's not like it's broken. I can pop it back in. It just doesn't, it seems like this hole was just, when they molded it was a little bit too big for the peg, and it just keeps popping out, and that's my TV turning on. I'll shut the door. So, I mean, it's not too bad. It stays in. If I move it, it stays. I just have to keep pressure on it. But if I shake it, it's not going to fall off. So it's not that big of a deal, but still, it sucks. Get a brand new figure in box, and it doesn't... the arm falls off. But, okay. Yeah, his overall look, though, it looks great. He looks very accurate to the story. I kind of wish his arms didn't do this weird, like, I don't know, angled feature, because it doesn't really make sense for him to be pointing over there. And his head does this weird, it's very strange articulation. His head doesn't want to, like, it's kind of creepy. It's kind of like, I'm watching you, and his head's like turning on its own. It's kind of, see, watch, I'll put it this way, and it'll just go, I see you. Moves back on its own, so it's a little weird. I don't know if it's just the peg in there hasn't popped or snapped, but it just will not. I don't want to force it. I want the head to fall off next. So, I mean, hopefully that shouldn't be a problem, but Yeah, the head is supposed to do a full 360 though. I don't know, it's doing this this weird, it's kind of possessed. I don't know, but the head sculpt looks great. Let me get in there because I know my walls are white and his head is kind of like a grayish blue. His head is actually grayish blue. I know it looks kind of white on here, but that's just, there we go. That's a better shot for you. But the head sculpt looks great. I don't mind the grimace. Some people don't like grimace looks. They just want a closed mouth, but I don't mind it. I think it looks pretty sweet. And his arms, they look best either down like this or I just keep them up like this. So he's kind of like shooting from the hip here. I think that looks pretty cool. That's how I have him set up. He's pretty basic though. His arms just move at a full 360 here. A single bend at the elbow, not too much range with that bend, and his wrists do swivel. Be careful with these wrists. I heard that some of these wrists like to break too, or they like because they come really frozen. I actually had a decently articulated one, so he's pretty loose in his wrists. But no ab crunch, no waist swivel. His leg does move a little, like not even much. It's actually, his leg doesn't move, it's just his knee. So he doesn't really have leg articulation, no ankle articulation. So he's just basically supposed to just be a display piece. That's all he really is. But he works if you're just trying to do like a collection. If you're just looking for a display piece for your collection and you need a Hush character, this would be the one to get. I mean, if you're trying to do ACBA stuff, this is not the one to have. It really isn't. He's not really made to be ultra reposable because he's lacking tons of articulation. Hopefully, Mattel will give us a Hush figure. I mean, I still don't understand why they haven't given us a updated Red Hood. I know they're just giving us a Signature Series Red Hood, but I don't know why in the world they decided not to give us a Hush figure or a updated Red Hood. It just doesn't make sense. And these guys are, you know, they're pretty big players when it comes to a Rogues Gallery. So, but for now, you know, this guy will have to do for me. Other than that, this is a pretty decent series too. All the characters look really great, especially Poison Ivy. She looks great. You know, this whole wave, whoever was doing the sculpting and the paint work and everything did a really good job. So I highly recommend getting this. Let me push him to the side for a minute. And I'll get to another thing I would recommend. I'm not done reading this book, but I'm about halfway through. I've had this for a while. I've had it for about, I don't know, 6-7 months, and I just haven't gotten around to reading it because I've got, you know, I'm still reading a bunch of other books. I'm a little backed up right now when it comes to catching up with my comics, but I would highly suggest getting this. Get the trade paperback. It's probably the best. Instead of, I think it came in a 2-part series also, but I would highly suggest getting this by Jeff Loeb, Jim Lee, and Scott Williams. This story is very good so far, as much as I've read it, and I just wanted to do a quick. I can't do a full review because I haven't read the whole thing yet, but I just wanted to, I don't know, let you guys know about it if you don't know about the Hush story, and recommend it. But also I want to get to, this is a relatively new character. Actually, you know what? I'll get to that next. I just recently finished, because I've been trying to get caught up with my my Batman, and finish up with the Death of the Family. So I recently finished reading that, and I've been trying to catch up with my Marvel stuff, which I'm not a big fan of Marvel now, but that's a different story for a different time. I recently just finished reading Red Hood and the Outlaws, and this is 1 through 7 I have. It was just before Death of the Family, and I mean, it's good. It's fun to read. It's something different. It's a different look in Jason Todd as Red Hood. I would suggest reading it. I would suggest getting it. Some of these books can go for weird prices on eBay. I don't know why, but if you're trying to get into the new arc of New 52, and I really like the look of the New 52 Red Hood. I'm on and off with his mask look. It looks okay, but I really like the animated movie one. But anyways, I do recommend getting into reading this. This is actually, I know this is a late review on it, but and these books came out these are relatively old. But if you haven't read it, get into this series. Even if you just pick up a new one from your local comic shop, I would recommend getting into reading this. And the other one I really want to recommend is Talon here. I really like the character. I like he's not just some douchey guy that's a ex-military whatever. You know what I mean? He doesn't have experience. He's actually an escape artist, which is actually pretty cool. It's something different to go with the in the Batman universe, as I like to call it, because takes place in Gotham, and I think it's a cool new fresh look for a new character. It's something different, and it spawned from the Court of Owls, the character. So there's a lot of Court of Owls going on here. If you like the Batman Court of Owls, you'll really like this. I promise you should really take a chance and read it if you have not read it. I'm so far up to issue 5, which is the most the newest one, and it's very good. The art in here is very good. The storytelling's very good. It's a totally new and different character. It's really, really good. I would highly suggest getting this if you have the time to read something new, or have the open-mindedness to read something new. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for today. I would give Old Hush here 2 thumbs up. He looks great. He's definitely for display purposes, and if you're looking for a Hush for your collection just for display purposes, he looks great to add in there. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I give him a 4.5 out of 5 high fives. So yeah, pick him up if you want to. Yeah, rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the flip side.